Hi everybody, and we are going to now get all of our tutorials caught up. And for this one, it's the dangle charm. So if you purchase the farmhouse dangle charm, you did get this instruction sheet, but I'm going to go through and do it with you so you'll have it on, so that you'll know. If you've never made one, you're going to see how easy it is. If you make these, then you probably already have yours made because they're pretty easy. And so also I had questions about, well, how do you put them on to your albums? There's a lot of different ways. I'm going to move these and I'll show you some things that you'll need. So one way is a very simple way, and I do like to do it this way. Plus the charm, see, it is just adorable, absolutely adorable. Luann from Butterbee Scraps put these together for us. And one thing I do is I like to just use my twine and a hole punch to punch the hole. And I don't put a brad or anything in mine. And then the nice thing is, if you give this as a gift, the recipient can remove it. And I'll show you how I did this at the end. But if you follow the tutorial, and this, it doesn't have to go this way. These make really great keepsakes. I like to take them off, and I used to put them on my keys and purses, but then I lost a couple that I made, so I'm not doing that anymore. But you also have this cute, if you made this tutorial, and if you did use any of these closed clamp things, I'm not sure what they're called, but you can also just hang your charm from those. So it has a lot of possibilities, and using twine I find is the easiest way to do it, so that you can just do it. So this again would look cute on the cover. It's always fun to add a dangle charm. It's just a little something extra that can go along with your project. And then even though I poked a hole in my album, this one is, let me see. No, this is the one I'm keeping. I made the other one for my daughter, soon to be daughter-in-law. It still looks cute to just have your twine there. You could also get, Tim Holtz makes a swivel brad. So there are a lot of things you can do. And if you're really more experienced in the charm making, then you'll find what works best for you. So we're going to make the charm, and there are more available at Country Craft Creations from Butterbee Scraps. She put them together for us, Luann Hunt, and absolutely talented, fun. Just love Luann. And I want to thank her because she might pop in here because she gave away some fabulous prizes this weekend for our scrap box tutorials. But like I said, there it is hanging from the side, and we can put it from the front. So I'll do this at the end because I'm going to show you putting it on. The next one I do will go on my daughter-in-law's. This one's mine. I'm keeping the cow. So like I said, if you purchased your charm, then you have your printout sheet, and I just basically went step by step to show you. And I've shown on other charms that I've done. She's put together other kits for us for special events, retreats, and just she'll be putting together an ocean blue for me. But how it's pretty sad, G45 is not going to print any more ocean blues. So what we've got is what we got. We can't get any more. But it will still go on the ocean blue folios that we have made. And I like to use my scoreboard. I do have a no skid mat, and I have another one for one of our customers, but I can't find it. It's just been crazy with the moving of everything. So what we're going to do, we're going to get started by removing the little baggie from, I keep this, and you'll see why in a minute. And two tools that really help are your needle nose pliers and the cutters. Now, if you don't have the needle nose pliers, that's okay. I, in the past, have used my Tim Holtz scissors, my little red scissors, because they're indestructible, of course. But the needle nose pliers and these can be picked up at like Michael's and Joann's in the jewelry section, and they're mini, so they work really well. And I just want you, if you haven't made yours, then you can follow right along. I'm just going to take everything right out. And I like to put the beads Whoops, as I kept them rolling. We'll put the beads all in one spot. My cute little farm animals, which today we were out bike riding, Wilbur and I was. We went for an extra long ride today and just sat in the field. But we had some friends and there was a couple of cows loose. They get out all the time. So it was fun to come home and make my farmhouse charm after being with the cows today. So there's my lobster claw. That's your main thing to hook things together. So once we have everything sorted, your little silver, these are beads. They're kind of a flattened bead. Then you have your bead caps. You have 2 of them. One's bigger than the other. Then we have the metal charms. And this is counted as a square bead. You'll see in a minute when we put this together. And there's our made with love, blessing, live, love, and laugh, and friends. Okay, so once you have things sorted out, you have 3 of these. So if you've never made a charm, a dangle charm, these are what actually let you create the different. Let me grab, might have if I have the real charm in hand. And that's what helps you create the dangles, okay? Because you can go ahead and just put beads on these jump rings, but it's not going to create the dangle. See the dangle? This is the bottom. The friends is the bottom. See how those dangle and hang? Well, it's these eye pins and flat pins and extenders that will make these long. So we'll set that there so you can look at it. And this little package, sometimes you're going to find when you do buy the charm kits, sometimes they're called jump rings. They may not match exactly here, just so you know. Sometimes I'll have maybe a medium, and I thought I had more small, but it's okay. They all work. Because we have to remember, a machine doesn't put these together. Luann puts them together totally by hand. And so, you know, they're pretty hard to count. One thing too, I store these with my magnets. I know this sounds weird, but there's a reason. That's the reason. I store them with my magnets on purpose. Then they become magnetized. And it just makes it easier. I learned that from my husband and his tools out in the garage. So I'm going to move all my small rings, large. Sometimes they stick too well. But we have to separate everything. There we go. Small. Let me bring these down here so you can see medium. Now and we have, that's the problem. Sometimes it's too magnetized. Medium and small. So I did find out when I was making mine. See, I didn't have the actual charm when I wrote up the directions. All I have is a picture to go by until Luann sends me things. And so you're going to see, I think I had a medium where it should be a large, but not a problem at all. So first thing we're going to do, we're just going to start right at the top. And I do this. I go from the top, I go charm top, and then I'm going to go to the friend dangle, and you'll see the lobster claw is your top, and the friends is at the bottom. Once you start making these, you'll decide your best way. For me, I like to know what top's bottom, because sometimes the chain gets, see, sometimes you're like, where's the, oh, there's my bottom. It just helps me remember which one's top, which bottom. So you do what you work whichever one's what, can't talk, whichever one works best for you. There we go. So we're going to start at the very top, and it says charm top, lobster claw, and a large jump ring. Your lobster claw, because it looks like a lobster claw, and that's what's going to connect this to everything. Oops. And then you have a ring at the bottom. And if you've never worked with these before, don't pull them apart. That's why I like two of these. These won't cut if you have it at an angle. And just twist. It'll go back a lot easier. And it doesn't matter which end, because right now there's not a top or a bottom. And then you just want to twist it back in. Okay. Now we're going to do the bottom. So your bottom is your friend dangle, the very last one. Small jump ring, medium jump ring, and then your friend's dangle. You can see that there are 2 jump rings, which is what makes it hang even lower. So we're going to go with the small one. Can't, my fingernails are so broken. Wait a minute. It should be magnetized with this. There we go. And I'm going to fix this. My ring's a little off at the bottom, but my small jump ring is what I'm going to put through the hole on my friends. I'm going to just close that right up. And if you don't have needle nose pliers, it makes it so much easier because they're like your little tiny fingers. Okay, medium jump ring, we're just going to open and place it at the bottom of the chain. And when writing the instructions, I tried to keep it really pretty simple. And also to help you learn, if you're not a jewelry or chain maker or, you know, dangle charm, then a lot of these things, you don't know what they're called. I didn't either when I started. So I tried to keep it super simple. So we're just going to move back to the top. So we have our top and bottom established. We have Made with Love, small jump ring, and our Made with Love charm, which is teeny tiny. It's pretty small. Very cute. Made with Love. And then it's going to want a small jump ring. Remember, twist. Don't pull those apart. And there we go. And notice the Made with Love charm is kind of a little thick charm. This one is going to connect right. We're going to put it right inside of that large jump ring that connected our lobster claw. And try and avoid, you know, really squeezing them together because you're going to flatten it unless it's right next to each other. So there's our Made with Love. Now for the rest of them, I'm just going to set this aside. So I'm just going to go through and construct each charm, each one of these dangles, and then I put them onto my chain. Whoops, let me turn off my, there we go. Okay, so for our next one, we're just going to go down the line to our rooster charm. So we want the rooster. It's a pretty cute looking little rooster. Rooster charm and an eye pin. So an eye pin is the one with the ring. You have 3 of those. You only have 1 of the head pins. There's no ring at the end, so we're going to put that to the side. Rooster is going to go on the bottom of our eye pin, so you're going to want the rooster, a medium jump ring, And let's put him right in the rooster and on his ring. And we're just going to put it on the bottom of our jump ring and close it. Medium jump rings are a little easier than the small ones. And there's our, see, now you're going to see, you can see the dangle effect here, right? Okay, you have some amber charms. I know this is hard to see. My camera seems far away, but you have a light colored amber and then you have two dark ambers. And we want the light amber. I'm going to lay that down for a minute. I just need to shut my door. There's a lot of outside noise today. Everybody's out riding their bikes and walking by and it's loud. Okay, so we have our rooster and then we have that amber charm right there. Then you're going to want this rust colored. Remember, your eye pin is what makes the dangle. And also, I've taken two kits. I had some, I have one Pat made for me. It's really big, but you can add as many as you want. As you're making more and more of these, you'll find that you'll start adding different beads and things. We really had fun on the cruise because we were getting, some of the ladies went to town and got some beads in Canada that from the cruise, we added them on. So it's really neat. You can just keep adding to these because they're nice and long. But after we put that rust on, we need something to keep this from going up and down. And that's where you're going to want to use your smaller bead cap. I can't get a hold of it. My fingers are so dry from everything. And that just goes on top of the bead. Now you just want to push it to the bottom and kind of hold thumb's width. I really don't have a measurement to tell you. Leaving about 3/4 of an inch from the bead cap to the end of there. And that's gonna, I can tell it's gonna be too long, so we just need to round it into a loop like what's at the bottom. So I'm going to turn my wrist. I'm just going to grab the top and I'm going to twist it. And that's where you're going to find having these makes things so much easier. And you want to get down there so it's, there we go, at the bottom. And just straighten it up because you want it to hold that in place. Mine's still a little cockeyed here. Let me just open it and fix it again. It's all in the twist. Well, if I can get a hold of it. There we go. I'm going to take a medium jump ring. Through my newly created loop. And I close it just a little bit and I'm going to lay that down. I put it all on after. So the next one is this dangle here, our Live, Love, and Laugh. That's super easy. All we need is a small jump ring. And we're going to need a medium jump ring. So the small one is going to go through your charm, the Live, Love, Laugh charm. These are magnetic too. Just store them with your magnets, and they'll be magnetic, and then they'll be so much easier to use. So I closed up my small one. Now my medium one. Will be next. I'm not going to close it all the way because I'm going to just be opening it again, but I don't want to lose it. So small and then medium. That's going to be our second one. Then we're going to do the pig. Isn't he cute? Our little piggy. He's going on an eye pin also. And that one's right here. And I'm going to use a small jump ring. And I'm going to put him on the pig. And then I'll put my pig right here on the eye ring. And we'll close that one up. Okay, so there's our cute pig. Now we're going to use these flat beads, the flat silver ones. And we put one of those on first. Like I said, we still have some of these kits left. Luann just sent me more. So they are on the website. And then you want the caramel. What color did I put here? I put a small rust bead, but it's kind of a caramely color. Come on, fingers. There we go. Not kidding. My fingernails are like gone. Okay, now on here we're not putting a bead cap or anything. So because that's small enough that I don't have to worry about something, you know, the hole not holding. So I just use my thumb and finger and I hold that bead and then I cut. You kind of just have to eyeball it and decide, you know, if it's enough to make a loop. And if you leave about a ½ inch of wire, you'll be fine. Then you can just twist it. I know that's hard to see until you've created that loop. And so we have on this guy, I'm glad I looked at that. I need to fix that. A medium jump ring. That's what we're going to connect it to the chain with. Again, I won't close it all the way, but there's our pig. So we have our rooster, our pig, and our live, love, and laugh. And the next one, oh, I love this next one. Is it our cow? It is. And there's our cow. Like I said, I posted a picture on my Facebook out riding today. There's a cow out here in Hooper, but they get out all the time. So we're going to take a small jump ring and we're going to connect our cow to the eye pin on our jump ring. And once you start making these, they're really fun. And they're not difficult at all to connect to your projects. It just depends on how you're connecting them, of course. I like to connect them so that the person receiving the gift can take it off. I consider it like a extra, or if you put them on a card, they're really cute on cards. And they can take them off and use them on something else. So there's our cow connected to the bottom. Now, I thought Luann did this so cute. We're going to go with the black bead. I mean, come on. Where else could she have found perfect beads but the black and white speckles? This couldn't have been more perfect. So we have the speckled, first the black, the speckled, the black, and the other speckle. You'll have two of them. But isn't that perfect to go on the cow charm? That's my favorite. In fact, I want to make just some of these and hang from things. They're just adorable. Then you put the bigger bead cap, and it's going to sit on top. And that's going to hold it very nice. Now, again, I'm just going to hold it like almost like a needle back in the days when I used to give shots. I'm going to take the top off. Again, just leaving a little bit. I said about a ½ inch. And twist it into a circle. Just take your wrist and twist. And then I like to straighten mine up. Wish that was easier for you to see. Super, super easy to make though. And they will kind of move up and down. Now on this one, I believe I did put, no, I did a medium. Okay. Medium through the top. I'm just going to set that aside with our other finished charms. In the past, I used to just put them on, but I found I can lay it out better if I don't. So for the next one, it's going to be your square bead right here. And it looks tricky, but it's not. We don't have to do anything at the bottom. It's the head pin, so it's going to stop our beads. First one we're going to take is the darker amber. Okay, you're going to then take the square, but you're only going to put it through the bottom. Don't take it, it'll go through both, but just put it through the bottom. And then the lighter colored 10 goes on. And we're going to hold the bottom and slide that into the hole. Isn't that cool? Just one more of those effects that you can sit and play with. And then the next amber bead. And this is, yeah, I did use the large. So we're going to hold it again, however's comfortable for you, so you can cut off. Just leave about ½ inch from the bead to the cut. Let me turn them this way. Oops, grab the top. So mine's a little short. But it will still make a big enough loop. It's a little loop, but it still made a big enough loop. So I'm going to take my large. So you had 2 of the large jump rings, and we're going to use that. I'm going to have to push that down a little. I need to open it. I'll show you what I'll do if you cut it too short. Just trying to get a hold of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it. Well, that isn't going to work. So we're just going to do this from the bottom. I don't usually cut it too short, but I did this time. There we go. Okay, let's just close that up a little bit. Sometimes this happens and you just have to work it. And then sometimes you just might have to get into your stash and get another one and start over. But I'm going to make this one work. Like so. Wow. There we go. I'm going to squish that together now that the jump ring's there. Oh, it's going to stay. Well, let me tell you something. These are really easy to get a hold of. And so I'm going to have to redo this. Sorry about this, but it wouldn't be a true video if I didn't screw something up. Let me go grab my, I do have more of these. I also have a tray of them, but I don't know where they are. Anyway, this is, now you get to see some different things. These are what they look like when you buy them. So that one's a knife pin. And let me check what happened to my beads. There they are. So now you can see some different beads. So let me show you. I know, we're getting back to the tutorial, I promise. See, here's some of the other kits we've had from Christmas. So the thing is, there's different head pins too, with decorative bottoms. And they're not, there's another, they're not expensive. So it's always good to, if you can, or if you want to do them, to keep some of those extras around. Wilbur is passed out right now. He went on a long bike ride. And he got to meet a lot of different animals today. So sorry, I'm going to redo this one. And he's actually passed out. Totally passed out. Okay. We'll add another top bead. This time I will not cut it too short. Oh. And there we go. Much better. Easy to fix. And a large jump ring. I took him down to the end of our road as far as you could go before almost to the Great Salt Lake. In fact, my husband's like, he was going to come looking for us. I was like, we're fine. Leave us alone. The next one is our last one. Then we get to put this beautiful thing together. It's our blessed charm. And you should have two jump rings, a medium and a small. And I'm going to put the small on first. I usually always put the smalls first. And we've been buying new accessories for our trike. We got a new bike seat that's extremely comfortable. And actually, I have a front basket coming, so I can also put him in the front if I don't want him in the back. Sometimes, even though he's very secure, don't like him in the back. We have very nice people out here in the country, but I worry with him in the back. I hold him with a leash still. I want to be able to put him up front too. So we're getting another basket for the bike. He just might have to get a little friend one day to go with it. Okay, the medium goes on the small. Oh, I got, it is called, I'll have to post the link. Who just posted that? Because your name didn't show up. Somebody just posted that they said their bike seat hurts, and it just says Facebook user. Well, I got a bike seat. It's called, you're going to die. It's called the senior seat. And it's really comfortable. But I'm not sure. I'll have to, like I said, post a link. It's very, very comfortable. Okay, grab your charm. Like I mentioned, there's the bottom and there's the top. Totally up to you how you want to put this together. Let's see. There's my top. And there's the bottom. Stacy. Oh, I'll have to get the link for you. Okay, so we already have our Made with Love. So the next one is going to be the rooster. And I'm just going to lay my rooster down. And then the next one is our Live, Love, and Laugh. Doesn't really matter what side. And the next one is going to be our cute little pig. Where's our pig? Here's our pig. Then our cow. Then the square one. And our blessed. So, oh, the blessed, let me tell you, I forgot to tell you guys. There, it says a small and a medium. Oh, I did tell you, right? The small and the medium. I put the small on first. Okay. I wasn't sure if I told you both. Anyway, when you're doing this, if you want to lay it out to kind of give you your spacing, you definitely can, or you can just kind of follow along with me. What I'm going to do is start counting, and I'm going to go from the bottom. I'm going to count, not, excuse me, not this big ring, but 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 from the bottom is where my first one's going to go, the blessed. And it keeps falling off. So remember, I didn't count this big one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to go 4 up. Yep. 4 from the big jump ring. And then we're going to just close it. Mine's a little crooked. There we go. So there's our blessed. The next one is going to be this square one. And I went five links up from Blessed. Oh, it's still not on there, right? It's going to fall right off. Thank you, Diane. Okay, 5 from the Blessed charm. I don't count the one that it's on, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. And you can always move these later on if you don't like where you're putting them. Okay, so now start seeing the dangle on your chain. And then our cow is going to be next. And again, it's 5 links up. So I'm going to grab a hold of that so it's handy, and I'll just count 1. For my square bead, I'm going to count 5 up. Now, when you hear the term chunky charm, and I used to be able to reach everything. I can't grab those chunky charms. When you hear the phrase of a chunky charm, that means somebody has gone through and added almost on every link, a chain link, basically. And you can do that. You can make tons of these and just really make this nice and chunky. Now, for these two guys, looks like I went 4 with our little pig, 4 from the cow. And then also, if you want to add more charms, just make sure you go to Butterbee. I'll show you. It's right on your Butterbee Scraps embellishments or butterbeescraps.com. Luann bought it last year from the original owner. She does such awesome stuff for us. I love, all I have to do is tell her, can you put something together for this paper line? And she does. She's just very, very awesome. So make sure you check out her store, because she's got lots of cute things you can add to your charms. Okay, we're going to go 4 up from our pig. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our chicken is actually, let me show you. Whoops. Our chicken is just 3 down from the top. Or no, it's just 2 down from the top. I love this chicken. It's just a beautiful chicken when you see it in person. All her charms they're not, sometimes you get charms and they have like this funny finish on them. These aren't like that at all. They're just beautiful. Okay. So 2 down. We're basically on the second one from that top. And there is your dangle charm, and you can check your placement and see what you think of it. And this is where I mentioned you can buy 2 sets, And you can link them together, or you can actually add doubles of everything onto one chain. And I've done that. How do I lose things? I just had the, oh, here we go. Let me see if it's in here where I did that. On the cruise, we had a charm kit, our fall. And I had taken, you know what? I think I gave it away. I had taken more than one of our fall kits. This was our Christmas one that she put together to match one of our Christmas papers. Actually, it was to go with Bobby's project. But you definitely can go through and add more things. Just look for charms that you like to put them on your book. Here is one of those swivel. You may have seen them. This is a Tim Holtz, and they're just a swivel brad. The only thing I don't like about these is they're not super long. Oh, I'm going to show you about putting them on the book. And they're a brad. If they pull through the paper, it will tear your paper. But I really haven't had that done. But it's a great way to do it if you don't have any other way, of course. See, and I've got a kitty. Lots of different things that can be added. This was from the fall charm, and this would definitely go on a farmhouse. But that's one way to put them on. Simplest way I'm going to show you that I like to do. And for those of you that just came, so let me, I got two together. I love when I put two together. Don't want to that. That's kind of noisy. Sorry. Okay. So in the beginning, I did show how I put this. And I'm going to show you how I did this. But I'll just go ahead and hang this from the side of my book. Like I said, I showed it in the beginning. You can put it here on the side. Bob pins will work. You can actually use it if you use one of these clips. It'll even go through the whole of that. You can add it to what we use for the closure. Some people call these alligators. I just call them clips. You can clip it to the twine. I do like it on the front there with the cow. So let me show you how to do it on the side. I've already got some twine, and I just picked some red and a gold color that I have. And this was the other album. So again, I could connect it right here from this one extremely easily, really easy, because that one is even bigger than the black one that I used on this other one. So you can just hook it right there on the front. And then again, the recipient can take it off if they want. They probably won't. But if you want to put it in the spine, you can choose. You can even go just in the center. Of course, you don't want to interfere with your pages. I had gone off to the side on this one. Puts it kind of to the back though, so that would just depend, because I had more room here. If you don't like it, if you want it centered, you do need to keep it close to the top. And I'm going to use the big hole. And I am going to put this one in the center. Again, I'm only going a 1/2 inch in on my chipboard. You can put an eyelet in there if you'd like. I don't. I just take the twine and I put it in about 2 layers. No, there's 2 colors, doubled twice. Okay. I'm just going to take it through there. Wrong way. I always go the wrong way. I want it doubled so it's long. So it's thicker. So it's come from the inside out. I know you're not getting the best views. Apologize. It's kind of hard to show. Okay. just like the topsy tail you do in little girl's hair. A lot of fun things you can do with this too. You can cut it, you can let it hang. You can also add charms to this. What I do next is I open my alligator and I put it right inside there. Now I wouldn't trust this because it's not going to be strong enough. Let's lay this flat. Okay. So whatever you use for connecting it, I'm just going to divide it in half. I'm just going to tie this to secure it, but yet you'll still be able to take your charm, oh, there we go, charm off. Just get it up above that alligator. It's better when it's hanging. Tie it. If you want a bow, if you don't want a bow, make sure that is tied in a knot. I'm going to take the bow and knot it, but I'm still going to be able to get my alligator clip off. I like that better than the swivels. I'm going to put it up here. I know, like I said, I apologize. You can't see it as well. Now, a couple of things. If you don't want a bow, then just bring your bows together. And then you're going to get a cute little, like, you can tie it even more and get more of a pom-pom. Just cut those bow pieces off. And then take your ends here. So the more layers you use, of course, the thicker it'll be. So this one, instead of a bow, I turn more into a pom-pom. And yet you can still remove your charm. And then you'll still have the decoration there. And because we went through the chipboard, I'm not worried about this tearing at all. And it's not going to tear the paper. And it's not going to be an unsightly hole, as you can see, because you've got your beautiful twine in there. And just make sure it's tight. Twine works really well because you can tie it tight. And that's what it will look like on the side of your book. It's that simple. So it's not a mystery. Just be creative. There's so many ways, but it just adds. I mean, look, it just is so perfect. Luann couldn't have done a better job at Butterbee Scraps putting this together for us. I'm in love with it. As you can tell, I just think it's the cutest charm. So I am going to take another set, and I will be putting more to chunk my personal one up. This one will go to my daughter-in-law. That's it, guys. We are, yay, we're caught up. We're caught up on the timeless tutorial, and now we're caught up on our charm. And like I said, don't forget to pick your charm setup. We do have a few left. But, whoops, once again, you're just going to need some small tools to put it together. It really helps to save your fingers. And you'll have this instruction sheet, and you can go back and watch the video. So thank you, everybody. And I hope you have a fabulous start to your week. Bye-bye.